Everybody, so today I'm going to show you how to make these little stockings, and I've added some candy canes to it so you can hang them up as a little decoration for the holidays. And I've altered the pattern of Jess Davies' Minion legs, and this is what I came up with. So thank you, Jess, for letting me do this. And this one to show you, I used the opaque red, and this one is with the jelly. Be creative. Use a different color if you want and hang them up. It doesn't have to be red. I will be showing you how to make it though in red and white. These are the supplies that you're going to need to make this. I do have a loom version of a stocking on my channel, so I will put the link in the description box. So I do hope you enjoy, and let's get started. Round 1, we're going to do 7 single crochets in the magic ring. So I'm going to take my first band and wrap it around the bottom part of the peg on the loom 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now you want to bring 7 bands through, one at a time. Reaching in and bringing your first band through on your hook and bring your top loop over. And bringing it to the side, go back in for your second, bring through and on your hook. Bring your top 2 loops over. Bring it to the side and just continue. Going in, bringing your band through, on your hook and top 2 loops over. And just continue. You want to attach your stitch marker now to the band that's around your hook. Remove off the loom. Move your bands around and you should have 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 is on your hook. We're going to increase to 14 stitches. So you want to add 2 bands to each chain. You're doing 2 single crochets in each chain around. So 2, 2, 2, 2, all the way around. So go in your first chain. You're going to bring 2 bands through, one at a time. So you're doing a single crochet, going back in that same chain to add your second band. Move on to your next chain, adding 2 bands, one at a time. Back in. The next. Back in, and just continue until you get to the stitch marker. Again, you should have 14 stitches. Remove your stitch marker and add it to the band that's around your hook. For round 3, we're going to increase to 16 stitches. So the pattern is 6 single crochets followed by an increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then on your 7th chain, you're adding 2 bands. You're going to repeat this 2 times. So let's go in our first 6 chains with 1 single crochet in each. I'm at the 7th chain, so I'm adding 2 bands, one at a time, 2 single crochets in that one stitch. And you're going to repeat one more time. I'm at the last stitch, so I'm doing my increase. You should have 16 stitches, and remove your stitch marker, add it to the band that's around your hook. For rounds 4 and 5, you're going to do 16 single crochets. So I have 16 bands in each pile. So at the end of each round, you should have 16 stitches. I'm going to do round 4 with you, and then you're going to pause the video and come back to me when you're done round 5. So all you're going to do is just go in each one of the chains all the way around with one single crochet in each until you get to your stitch marker. "16 stitches, remove your stitch marker, add it to the band that's around your hook, pause the video, complete round 5, and come back to me when you're done. For round 6, we're going to do 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, and 4, followed by 3 invisible decreases. So I'm going to add an extra band to do that decrease. Then 6 single crochets until you get to the stitch marker. At the end of round 6, you're going to have 13 stitches. So let's do the first section there, 1 band in the first 4 chains, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Not where it's getting pulled. You want to start in your first chain. Now 3 invisible decreases. So let's do our first one. You're going to do a slip stitch in the next 2 chains and leave it on your hook. So going in your next chain, grab 1 band, do a slip stitch, leave it on your hook. Go to the next chain and do a slip stitch. And when you have the 3 loops, then you want to slide. You're going to repeat in the next 2 chains, slip stitch in each. The next chain, 3 loops, and slide. That's your decrease. And one more time. Slip stitch, next chain, slip stitch, 3 loops, and slide. So you'll have 6 chains left, so add 1 band in the next 6 chains until you get to the stitch marker. So you have 13 stitches, remove your stitch marker and add it to the band that's around your hook. For round 7, we're going to decrease to 12 stitches. So you're going to have 12 stitches when you're done. You're going to start off with 3 single crochets, 1 band in the first 3 stitches. Then you're going to do 1 invisible decrease, followed by 8 single crochets until you get to the stitch marker. So let's go and add 3 bands in the first 3 chains. So not where it's getting pulled. You're going to do 3 single crochets. Now your invisible decrease, so a slip stitch in the next 2 chains. leave it on your hook, three loops, and slide. Now you'll have 8 chains left. Add 1 band in each. So you should have 12 stitches, and remove your stitch marker. For rounds 8, 9, and 10, you're going to do 12 single crochets, adding 1 band to each chain. 1, 1, 1, 1, all the way around. I'm going to do round 8 with you, and then you're going to pause the video and come back to me when you've completed the rest. These are our last 3 rounds of the red, and then we'll be changing to the white. So don't go in where it's getting pulled. Go in your first chain and add your first band. Do a single crochet and your next chain, and continue until you get to the stitch marker. You should have 12 stitches, and remove your stitch marker, add it to the band that's around your hook, pause the video, and come back to me when you've completed the next 2 rounds. For round 11, I'm going to change to white, and I'm going to start off with a slip stitch. I will be grabbing the outside loops only. So I'll be grabbing all of the stitches that are facing the outer part. So the second one, so if you were to go through, I'm going to be grabbing just this one in the back. I am going to use a cap band, so I am going to wrap it around my hook first before I grab the band. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my chain, so my outside loop only, not where it's getting pulled, grab a cap band, wrap it around your hook 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now my first band, I'm going to bring through all of the loops that are on my hook. So bringing your cap band over, bring it through the 2 loops of the red, grab the end and slide. Now go to your next outside loop only, grab a cap band, wrap 3 times. You're going to do a single crochet, so you're going to attach to your hook, bring your cap band over, and bring it through your outside loop. On your hook, and then slide. The next, cap band, 1, 2, and 3, grab your band, bring your cap band over, through your outside loop on your hook and slide. And you're just going to continue the same way all the way until you get to the stitch marker. Cap band first. Outside loop, cap band, single crochet. Oops. I'm going to try that again, it fell apart. And my last one. So you should have 12 stitches. Remove your stitch marker and add it to the band that's around your hook. For round 12, we're going to do 12 single crochets and adding a cap band to it as well. This is our last round, so we're going to, with our last band, do a slip knot to tie it closed. So we're going to go through our chains this time, so don't go where it's getting pulled, don't go in your slip knot, you want to start in your chain. That is where the little knot is when we changed color. So go through your chain, grab a cap band, you want to go through the whole chain. Grab a cap band and wrap 3 times, and grab your first band and do a single crochet. You're just doing this until you get to the stitch marker. So the next chain, cap band, 3 times, and single crochet. And continue. So all you're doing is just sliding on an extra band to your band for the single crochet. Cap band first. And I'm at my last stitch, so this band I am going to do a slip knot. So I need my cap band first, and then my band I'm going to bring through all of the loops that are on my hook and tie it off. So bringing it through, grabbing the end, and tie it off. You can remove your stitch marker. If you need to, a toothpick is very handy to fix all of these, or you really don't have to. That's up to you. If some are kind of loose, you can just release some of the tension by moving the bands around. But if you stick a toothpick in, it does, and kind of give it a tug, it helps. So this band, you don't really need to, but if it is sticking out, you can go through the little stitches that are inside, these little tiny stitches, and bring the slip knot through and hide it. Now if you want to add the little chain just to hang it up, I am just alternating the colors, and this is how I had the pattern. My last band is a slip knot to tie it closed. So all I'm going to do is just a basic simple chain, but I am going to go at the center back, and I'm going to go through one stitch, skip, and end in the next. So I am going to go, doesn't matter from outside or inside, but I am going to go from the inside and make a chain. So going through these, the chain here, kind of at the back, I'm going to make a chain of 7. So it was red, white, and so on. So I did 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now I'm going to grab the chain, so I'm skipping the center chain and going to the next one. And I'm going to do a slip knot. So I'm just going to go through, bring it through all of the loops, grab the end, and tie it off. And again, I'm just going to hide the slip knot through these little chains. So I'm going to find it, bring it to the inside, and maybe go through another little chain and hide it. You can hang it up. I've added some, and there you go, it's done. So I hope you enjoyed Looming with Cheryl. Please subscribe down below, and I'll see you next time with another. Bye for now.